When it comes to state management in Flutter, there are always debates. Should you use provider? Should you use BLoC, Riverpod? And somewhere in that conversation, there's always someone saying, don't use GetX. But after building production apps for years, I still prefer using GetX in many of my projects. So in this video, I want to explain why I still use GetX in production and also address some of the common criticisms around it. The biggest reason I prefer GetX is simplicity and productivity. Flutter development already involves a lot of moving parts: UI, APIs, navigation, dependency injection, and state management. What GetX does really well is reduce boilerplate. Instead of writing a lot of setup code, streams, providers, or complicated architecture layers, you can often solve things with very simple and readable logic. Remember, Uncle Ben said, with great power comes great responsibility. Because GetX allows you to modify value from anywhere, it becomes your responsibility to manage a state properly. In return, you get features like simple state management, routing, dependency injection, and much more. This allows me to focus more on building features instead of wiring things together. And when you're working on real client projects or startups, development speed matters a lot. Another thing I've noticed in the Flutter community is that state management discussions often become very biased. A lot of developers criticize GetX because of magic, reactive variables, or the syntax. But here's the reality. Any architecture can become messy if it's written poorly. You can write bad code with BLoC, provider, Riverpod, or even plain setState. Maintainability doesn't come from the library. It comes from clean architecture, proper separation of logic, good coding discipline. If you organize your controllers properly and keep responsibilities clear, GetX can be just as maintainable as any other solution. Another misconception is that GetX is doing some kind of mysterious magic behind the scenes. But technically, GetX reactivity is built on top of streams. What GetX really does is simplify reactive programming. Instead of manually creating streams, sinks, and listeners, you simply write something like count.obs and the UI reacts automatically. Under the hood, it's still reactive programming. GetX just removes the complexity that many developers struggle with when working directly with streams. So in many ways, it's not doing something strange. It's just making reactive programming easier to use. Now, to be clear, I'm not saying GetX is the only way to build Flutter apps. There are many great solutions like BLoC, Provider, and Riverpod. But for my workflow and the type of apps I build, GetX gives me the best balance of simplicity, speed, and flexibility. When we talk about GetX, one thing we simply cannot ignore is context. In traditional Flutter development, you often need to pass build context everywhere. But with GetX, the context is handled at the top level, so you don't have to pass it around every single time. Now, I know some developers really don't like this approach, but personally, I love it. And honestly, in my experience, I've never faced a situation where the context got mixed up or caused unexpected behavior. Let me give you a quick example. Imagine you're inside a controller, and after validating some input, you want to show a snack bar. With a traditional approach, you would need a build context to do that. But with GetX, it's incredibly simple. You just call get.snackbar, and that's it. The same idea applies to dialogues, navigation, bottom sheets, basically anywhere you normally need context. GetX removes that dependency and makes the code feel much cleaner and more direct. At the end of the day, the base tool is the one that helps you ship reliable apps efficiently. And for me, GetX still does that really well. If you're a Flutter developer, what state management do you prefer and why? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy Flutter content like this, consider subscribing to the channel.